Cool. Why is this faded? That's weird. Something with my coloring thing. Anyway, pretty sure present mode is broken on the currently running site. Almost certain that that doesn't work, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't even think it works locally. So let's open that. Yeah, that doesn't work. 0 of undefined. Yeah, something wrong with that, but it doesn't even work here. Update resolution. And I think that makes sense. I think canvas 35. Res update resolution. So it needs a resolution past here, which is kind of a problem, I think. Well, is it? This does have this false attribute. I mean, it's not saying the size of the renderer, which makes sense because that's full screen. But that resolution, what I want is like the size of the browser here. So I can, yeah, pass that in props.resolution. Why is resolution a number? That's kind of weird. Oh, resolution to dems. And this thing. So there's only these resolutions you can use. And this doesn't even include the resolution of my my monitor. So I'll have to update this. So I have a 2K one. Will that be 2160? I don't remember what, I don't know what this would be. Come on. Please, there we go. So this is 16 by 9 is all of these. So it should be 2160 times that. 3840. Oh, this is only doubling the resolutions, but I don't necessarily have to double. Let me just see if I can find a bunch of aspect ratios. So I think this is the resolution of my screen. 2560, 1440. Nope. Guess it's not. But that's still what I'm gonna use. 2560, 1440. I guess this is... If this is 4K, then that must be 2K? Must go by the first number, the width. But anyway, I'm gonna do this. I guess this isn't 2K. So I'll just put QHD, I don't know. I guess all these have names. QHD, FHD, Full HD. HD. I'll just switch to those. So FHD, regular HD. I mean, HD is kind of a misnomer. small in HD. Oh, a ninth of HD. Interesting. Okay. I'll update these. FHD. Oh, mess that up. FHD. HD. NHD. And this one will be 1440. Okay, and that's gonna break some stuff, but whatever. So here in present, I'm honestly, what I should do is get the browser dimensions. Wait, it should be fine to just get the browser dimensions and use that. I shouldn't have to do this at all. If, okay, I think I'm gonna switch this from taking a number to taking an array directly. Of resolution. And this reads the dimensions that it needs here, I think. With scale factor here, update projection scaling. Although that's something that Manim needs. It's just here, window inner height, window inner width. That's it. Canvas resolution. Oh, so it's here. And this is passed to the canvas. Okay, so here, resolution equals... I want this. And this will just be an array. Which is maybe going in the other direction in terms of readability. Since it's an array rather than an object. I'll try to keep that bit of readability. Yeah, I'll try to keep this an object. So resolution, that's canvas resolution. I'll switch that to an object here. Now when this is getting set, resolution to dims. Shouldn't have to do that. It'll just be... Should it just be new res since I'll always be passing an object? And this will just be res dot width and res dot height. Will be those two. Okay, so now I have update resolution, resolution to dims this. Okay, so now this is expecting this to be an object, which is good. And then in present, I'm passing canvas resolution, which is an object. It isn't a reactive object though, but whatever. So maybe this will work now? Sine, cos. Yeah, this should be running, I think. So why is it not doing anything? Canvas, render loop. Does present automatically play it? Does emit render, which I might have changed. Oh, this still does it. Emit render selected scene.value. And then present, what's happening here. We just log that, I guess. Animated angles, that sounds right. I just have to go through this and see. I guess the render loop isn't firing. Present, it's going to here. So we're going to render scene here. We should go to start new scene. You can see if it gets there. I actually don't know what other data may not be getting passed here. It did get to there. Start new scene. It's probably something involving the file system. That's probably what it is. Actually, that is definitely what it is. I think here. Maybe that won't be loaded or something? The files won't be loaded? Okay, so that'll pause for the debugger, then... If I just look at... Analyze path of main.py. Exists is true. Okay. Let's see if this code is loaded. It is. So that actually looks good. So it wasn't something to do with the file system. Canvas starting scene.value equals true. Okay. And then let's go wait for this callback. I'll say waiting for callback. I'll log here. And then in callback. And the canvas. Play render loop. What is canvas start new scene? This. Okay. I say updated this, updated play render loop. Here I'll log that it updated this thing. Okay, so it got to canvas cart starting scene here. So something here must have failed, I guess. Let's see. The JS module? What is the error? Can I read properties setup of undefined? What? Pros.js module. What's that? This won't even tell me the parts of it. .js module. Okay, well that doesn't exist. So I must not be passing the JS module. How did I do that in app? Is it in the render scene? So write the current file, then it'll run render scene. Oh, I think JS module just isn't passed. It's passed here, and then that landing has present. It isn't passed here. So now it's passed to present, and now it's passed to canvas. Great. Hopefully that fixes that. Now it's reacting to my mouse, which I guess I should expect. Okay, well that's good. That's what I expect. And this is also what I expect. So I wonder if it works for... Yeah, it works for that too. Yeah, that's great. It didn't look like the resolution was... Did it look like the resolution was lower? I think it does. Why would that happen? Maybe I should just intentionally put a higher one than I think is necessary. Canvas 103, landing 308. Landing 310. Canvas 139. Okay, maybe that'll work better now. Oh, wait, I have to bring this up. I also need a way to select like a primary scene or something like that. Like the first scene that I want to see. Okay, but this isn't logging anymore, which is good. Okay, and now the app is, I'm sure that's broken. Because I changed this. So the resolution here, that should be an object. And all of these should be objects. Oh my gosh. This is why macros are bad. Okay. I think I want to put... I'll just do this. Word, height. Find backwards. Great. Great, so now this maps to objects. Resolution options. Which I don't even know what that is. Oh, there's only a list of them here. Oh. QHD, FHD. I got to add this here. QHD, FHD, HD. FHD, HD, MHD. Okay, I'll add one. Yeah, I'll add one here, although I'm not sure if I need to, but I will. FHD, this one. NHD. Resolution ops, that's great. That should map it to the strings in the same way. I think the only difference is that when I switch it, let's have an update resolution, yeah. Resolution value equals res. Oh, I'm just keeping the value there. Maybe I should just switch this to being an object. No, I actually think I don't think I can do that actually. But this value, since the canvas takes an object for the resolution, I can't pass this, which is a number, all the way down to the canvas anymore. I guess this is already reactive. So I should be able to have a computed attribute in the app. Where is it? With the composition API. standalone computed? Okay, so you just import it from view. Okay. It's gonna be something like this. I don't know, I'll call this resolution param, something like this, and it's gonna be props.resolution. It's gonna pass that to wherever. Resolution to dems. Of this. And I'll return that. And this, I'll just pass to the resolution. Because this should be an object. Resolution to dims. Oh, it's .get. Right. Good luck, Pyodide. Resolution of dims is not defined. Of course it's not. Render mode, frame rate ops, resolution ops. Should just be here. Can't read property width. Does that make sense? I guess it has to. Let's see, canvas 57. Here, props.resolution. Okay, I think that should be an object. So here's a canvas, here's the resolution. Resolution to params. That looks like it should be right. Uh-oh. And that time it stopped crashing. Why did this stop? Is my internet going out? Doesn't look like it. Still. And that's undefined too. So props.resolution is undefined. I wonder if resolution params is. That looks right. Or maybe if I do value or something, then it'll make more sense. Nope, both of these are undefined. Do I not know how to use computed? Why is the counter? You do use dot value. Resolution to dems of props dot resolution. Why would this not work? I wonder if props dot resolution is empty. It's so annoying this always works the second time. Everything's undefined. Okay, so I guess the resolution from the props is undefined. It defaults to high quality. Oh. Should that be HD? FHD? Okay, now I think it works. Great. And if I go to the present from here, I am shocked that that works. But it does, so hey. Not complaining. So I should push this now so that it won't be broken. Let's try that. Great. Let's see if I can do this. It's not even loading. Why? Mime type. Some stupid thing with C capture. Well, it's at least doing the loading now, but why did it do that before? Now it's logging something, which it's not supposed to do. I guess that worked. I have to see why it did that log though. This makes me think that exporting won't work. Canvas 57. That exporting won't work on the site, which I don't really care about. If it works locally, that's not a huge deal. But it is a little Oh, actually, it didn't even happen this. Wait. Now I can't open it. It did happen again. So I just, if I go to this. And there's this mime type thing. What does that mean? Especially since refreshing makes it not happen again. I guess that's not something I can fix. No, and there's more of that logging. Okay, I gotta push this again with less logging. And that's what I'm gonna have to do. Although for the most part, it's doing what it's supposed to do. 551, 552. Okay. Great. And I should really style these preview options, since some of them don't even make sense. Man, those dev tools slow it down. That's a lot better. Great. I'll push this one more time. Great. Okay, that worked. Now, I want to start a project on modular arithmetic, but I'm pretty sure this plus sign doesn't work either. So I'd better look into that some more. Oh, I don't know what all these changes are. Read.min.js. I think I don't need that. I think I found a different way to import 3JS into modules. Window.3 equals 3. After doing this, I think I can just access JavaScript, or 3JS from here. So I don't think I need that at all. You definitely don't need the weapon. Great. Oh, and I also need a way to update the public files with my files. So that if you go to the site and you just want to look at the public code, you can actually do that. But I'm pretty sure you can't. Or you can't look at my code. It looks like code that isn't updated. Yeah, this code isn't updated. It still works though, so that's good. But I think before that, I gotta try to fix the plus button. So this, let's just show new project overlay. And show new project overlay emits create new project emits. The project name. This actually might be updated. If you're not logged in, then you can't do it. Otherwise, it'll fetch this projects list, which I hope is updated to use the file store. Yeah, and this looks into the storage. Then it'll... Yeah... New project name? Main.py. Oh, get project file ref. Okay, so that'll automatically look in the project/main.py. Upload that. Okay, so it looks like this does do the right thing. Well, let's see. Modular arithmetic. Oh, it looked like that did work. So if I look at my storage, it worked. That's neat. It's still not possible to delete them, so that's kind of silly. But looks like this worked. Okay. So I didn't want to do a lot here, but I did want to basically have a way to visualize at least adding, subtracting, maybe multiplying in modular arithmetic. So first let me just get a circle with dots on it. That should be fairly simple. Oh, actually, another thing I need to do is I should be able to turn off the auto whatever preview. But I won't do that right now. I get this fill opacity equals 0. The default stroke color. Stroke color equals white, I guess. That's what I want. I want that bigger. There's so many things that'd make this better. Wish I could save my font size too. Radius not defined. Self dot. I wonder if this even needs to be saved to the instance or not. I guess it doesn't hurt. Okay, so I add that circle. I'm also going to add dots, evenly spaced, so... I'm gonna need, like, the object, like this ring, it needs to be aware I think, of how many elements are in the ring or whatever. What I'll do is I just put self dot size. I'll put that to 5 for now. Self dot. I'll just call it self dot dots. Dot. I think just this times 5. That's self dot size. That should be good enough. So add those. Great. Then go into probably make them bigger. Then I'll position them. I have to do self dot dot or just dot. NGL translation matrix of. Okay, and that's gonna be like cosine of an angle, sine of an angle. Self dot radius. Well, hold on. How do I want to do this? I could pre-compute all of these locations. Actually, it'll definitely need these locations, so I should pre-compute them. I should do something like dot locations. And this will equal something. And what will it equal? I'm going to take np.a range, self.size, I think. I'll just print that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is what I want. I'm going to 2 times pi. I divide it by that. That's not what I wanted. Now 2 times pi divided by self.size. And then multiplied by this. Okay, and these are the angles in radians. Let me rearrange that. Rearrange that, and okay, so those are the angles. The locations will be the sine of this and then the cosine, or the cosine and then the sine, and then 0. I remember I did this exact thing in this code. Here I got all these angles. They just did an H stack. I guess that makes sense, yeah. So I'll just basically copy this. And this will be, I'll just copy this in. So dot locations is going to be the radius times the h stack of the cosine of the dot locations. The sine of the same thing. And then zeros. So 3, 0, 0. Okay, this, I don't know, looks right. So I got the circle, got the locations. Cool. Now I'm gonna position all these dots. Put on some, all I have to do here is, well, not for dot and self dot dots, but for like dot location. Self dot dots and self dot dot locations. I can do a star that location. Well, I guess it worked for one of them. Why only one? That's weird. Oh, these must all be the same dot, like the exact same dot. Let me try this. Should be an underscore. Arrange. Okay, so this is working, but I want this top. I want 0 to be at the top. So all of these I want to be plus pi over 2. Which I don't think that needs the okay, so that's what I want. And I don't think this needs the parentheses. Cool. It'd be nice. I'll also want to put the number labels somewhere. And where would I want to put those? Circle, dot location, dots. Let me move the adds to their own location. I don't need the dragging stuff. On mouse down, I'll just have a pass. Mouse move, don't need any of this. Now, do I want the numbers to be on the outside or on the inside? I think on the inside, actually. Yeah, I think I want them on the inside. Or should these even be dots? Maybe these should be tick marks. It's like in a number line, you have tick marks. But I do want to visualize that these are like elements. And I feel like a circle represents an element better. I'll leave them as circles for now. Okay, circle, dot locations, and then the dots. I have the labels right here. Or numbers or something. And this is going to be a list. Math tech. String of I. For I in range. Set that size. Great. So I have that. Then I want to move these all to dot locations too. So for navigation, zip. This model matrix equals that's the location. Okay, so that moves them all the way there. And what I'm going to do is take that and then offset it. So this location is a vector. Don't you do like the location? And then like shift it. So I'll need the unit vector. Then I want to negate it. Unit. It's gonna be the location divided by the norm. And I want here location. Then I'm gonna subtract location unit. And I'll probably end up multiplying that by something. Actually, definitely will. Okay, great. Then I go into a variable here. Let's make this 0.5 or something like that. Okay, this looks pretty good. Alright, this looks pretty good. So that looks pretty good for the numbers mod 5. Then what I'm going to do is for an equation, if I have an equation like, I wish I could take notes without this thing updating. If I have an equation like 3 plus 5 congruent to like 3 mod 5, then what I want it to do, like this mod 5 should always be here, then it should be like, when the 3 comes in, there should be a cursor that moves to the 3. Then when the 5 comes in, it should move 5 forward. And that's how it should visualize that. It'd be also nicer, maybe if there's like a line that followed it around, that would be good for the visualization too. But for now, I just try to get a cursor. It's basically a triangle. Which you can't just add a triangle, I guess. I think you can add a polygon. I don't even know where to look. Geometry? I guess I could just use... Yeah, polygon is fairly... Oh my gosh, it inherits from polygram. I just want a really simple object here. I think that's fairly simple. I don't know how this conversion with OpenGL works exactly. But I think this is fine. I'll just do... No, it's not defined. That's great. Manim.OpenGL import star. Oh, I didn't import star, which I actually don't want to, and that's probably good. Manim.OpenGL import star. What does this import? It imports OpenGL geometry. Oh, OpenGL geometry. Circle dot line So this does have an OpenGL polygon. And I think it's like more simplistic or something like that. It uses arc between points. Maybe it's not that simplistic. For a polygon, man. I don't have any simple objects anymore. I guess I can try importing the, I guess, quote-unquote regular geometry one. Manim object geometry. Let's see. Well, it looks like it worked. Or it didn't crash immediately, I guess. Vertex groups. Wait, how does this work? It needs a list of lists. A list of lists of points. We do left, right, down. Nope, didn't like something about that. Is this too many lists? I have no idea what it's doing now. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Although this has some problem with the line shader, I guess. Luckily, I don't actually need the line shader. I'm okay with the stroke opacity being 0. Actually, I prefer it. Let's see how that looks. Great, that's great. Now let's make this half times left, half times right. Maybe, a third? Oh, I wanted it 2/3. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now I actually want it smaller than this in each direction. Let me do like cursor points. Corners? And that'll be this. What I'll do here is star of that. I'll make this an array. Now, hopefully, I can just multiply this by like 0.8. And that'll just make it smaller. And I prefer this to having to repeatedly scale it, since I'll pretty much always want to make this change. Okay, cool. Now, this, let's make the fill color, make that fill color to white. Then I have to position it. I should have a method for this. Right? Because I'm going to make this cursor go around the circle. So I'll need a method for like move it to this part of the circle. But that method would have to return an animation, not just a position. Because I want it to spin around the circle. So right now, I think I'm just going to translate this manually. I also need to see if I need a shorthand for positioning the model matrix. Maybe object.model is a thing. I could just call it object.model equals like whatever matrix. Object model. Because it'd be way faster to do this dot model equals like translation and then like whatever. That'd be a lot simpler. Let me see what I can do to make that work. Scene import star renderer. This is using OpenGeoVector as mobject. This. Which I think holds a model matrix. Well, it has to. Holds a model matrix here. Maybe I should have a setter and a getter. Which returns and writes to the model matrix. Oh gosh, give me the real way to do this. Underscore age. Do you have to import this property thing? Height and width. Guess I'll just put it here. Well, init. Okay, there's init stuff here. Width, height. I'll just put it here. Oh man. Here. Def model? Does that mean it's the getter or the setter? Must be the getter. And model setter. I put def model again. I'll just put matrix. And for this, I just do that. Great. So now I should be able to use just model if I rebuild this. Save that, reload it, and try that again. Did I break something? No, this thing. So if I go here, hopefully I can just set the model. Do open geo.translation matrix, and I'll do just like well, I guess it worked. Up times radius. The self times radius. Well, up times self dot radius plus like some offset. What did I call it for the numbers? Oh, I called it number offset. No, this doesn't exist yet. And that didn't work. I need to do star of this. Maybe they should just take a numpy thing. And that needs to be larger. Okay, that's pretty much perfect. Okay, now I want a way to advance this forward. And that's going to have to be a method that returns an animation. That's what that'll have to be. Oh, the numbers are reversed. Why? Have they always been reversed? I just never noticed that. Oh, because this is an increasing angle direction. Can I just reverse it? I think I still want it in this order. Self.dot locations. This. A range, whatever. So this is the angles. Okay, so that should be like dot angles. That's what this should be. Then I'll increase these angles. Oh, yeah, it worked. Anyway, I'm gonna do this dot reverse. And I'm just gonna hope. Oh, guess not. That's seriously what you have to do. Oh my gosh. It's numpy.flip. Still. Oh. Closer. Does that have to be a minus now? Nope. I guess now it's starting from 4? Alright, so I'm reversing this. And this is starting at 0 and progressing from there. Maybe this just needs to be... I don't want this just reversed. I want it reversed, but I also want it to start with 0. So how can I do that? I think that's like .rotate or something like that. Because it should be ending with 0. Is it like numpy .roll? Elements that roll beyond the last position are reintroduced at the first. Okay, so maybe I could do numpy.roll this by 1. Okay, and now subtract that. And by subtract, I mean add. I did it. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to need an animation that moves this. Let's do like a def. Advanced cursor. No, it should be position cursor. It's gonna need a number and then a direction. I'm gonna say forward. Well, it'd be weird to say like forward equals false for backward. Or I think that'd be weird. That should be reverse. That'll be false by default. I also have to return a web animation, right? Let's do a self.play. If I do a self.play, I probably want that to be in a subclass. I think. Actually, maybe not. Maybe this is... I won't do it right now. And a web animation will need what? Object duration delay. Update function. Can I do this with a lambda? I think I can. mob. What to do? I shouldn't though. I should just have an update. A function update here. This will be a lot cleaner. And when I self.play this, and I'll do 1. Web animation not defined. Okay, that should be automatically imported. Manim web animation. Where is this file located anyway? Okay, try this again. Self is not defined. That should take self. Okay. That's good. Wait, this needs to take... I forgot what this takes. Self and a T? Oh, that T is alpha. Oh wait, no, it is T. Update is T. Update function takes alpha. And I'll do star of right times alpha. What? Update is missing a positional argument alpha. Web animation 45. Here. Rate function. Wait, what? Update function. Oh. This doesn't get the mobject. That's kind of weird. Kind of. Maybe it's not the weirdest. It's kind of weird. Because this mobject is passed to the web animation. But this function can't read it. Anyway. So that is in fact an animation. What it needs now, it needs to be aware of where it is currently. So I put self dot current position. Does that always make sense though? I guess there could be multiple cursors. But I don't really know when I do that. Yeah, I'm not sure when I do that. So I feel fine just putting this at 0. I have a current position. And this already has a list of positions and dot locations. Should I just pre-compute the cursor locations too? Then I could just move it toward the cursor location. Well, what I really need is the angle, not really the... Yeah, what I'll need is the angle. So the current position, the ending position. Okay, so I need current angle equals what? I have current position. I have the angles. Yeah, so I do need to save this. This should be self dot. So now the current angle, I think, is self dot dot angles indexed at that current position, maybe. $1.5. So that's pi over 2, so that's correct. It's kind of weird. Okay. Well, no, this has to be measured from 0. It has to. Like, 0 has to be where this is. So I'll need this. So now it says pi. Oh, should this be minus? Since it's currently at 0? Current angle. And then I need the desired angle. Target. At num. Also minus this. So 0 and then... Okay, so that makes sense. Now what I want to do is basically just use a use a rotation matrix. But if reverse is false, then I want to increase it no matter what. If it's true, I want to decrease it no matter what. So the difference, let's call this delta theta. Okay. Now this is a positive number, but I want it to be a negative number. Right? I want to know how far it is in the other direction. So shouldn't this just be... like if reverse, or if not reverse, delta theta times equals 1, I think? Negative 1? it's not that either. I need to invert it. So it's equals this minus the complement. No, this is right. It's 2 pi minus this. Okay, so I think that's right. But I think it needs to be negative too. So delta theta minus 2 pi. Okay. Now if reverse is true, this should be like that 5 number. Okay, now I think this is hopefully right. Okay. I hope I can give a negative angle to the rotation matrix. Let's see. Rotation matrix. Delta theta times alpha. I'll need the Z rotation matrix. I think that's doing the right thing. It's just not being translated too. So it needs to be translated, then rotated. So now I need y equals whatever it was before. So this should have been y equals that. Anyway, I'm just gonna have this. Nice. Return that. I also want to do current position equals num. Self. So let me put that here. So it has this web animation. I think this needs to have, this should actually just be a web animation, no? Well, I guess it kind of already is. Oh, it doesn't inherit from it. I guess this scene could just carry a personal web animation. But this should be able to at least take a duration and a delay and a rate function. At which point it's basically a web animation. Let me see if these other things work. This won't be able to go like beyond, if I do like 7? Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Let's do this reverse. Now that even works. Amazing. I wonder if it works if I do this. Crazy. Okay, that's great. So what do I want to do now? I think I want to just make this into a web animation. I think so. Pretty like position cursor. And this like here from web animation. It'll overwrite begin. Oh, no, init, of course. I'll just do KWRs. Well, no. Don't want to get sloppy. Duration delay. Rate function. Not an update function. I don't think it needs add or remove either. Just save whatever I need. And that can be self.cursor is the object. Duration. Delay. Rate function. I'm not going to do add or remove right now. So that's that. When you begin is when I'll do this stuff. How was I supposed to do that? Why is that case so weird? Delta theta equals whatever. That's going to update the self.current position. Which I don't think it needs to do that anymore. Yes, self.cursor. Should it be past this? It'll need like the center as well, won't it? It'll basically need this to be its own object, and then this would be an animation of that object. That's what this is turning into. Maybe I should have done that from the start. For now, I'll just pass the cursor like that. Then that's how it'll pass that cursor as the mobject. Nah, there's more stuff that this needs, because it's gonna need access to like the angles and stuff like that. Like the number of elements. So this really relies on this being its own mobject. Which, like, it should. We could make this, like, ring, or whatever, modular ring, its own mobject. The group, I guess? Oh, the radius first. Size equals 5. Yeah, this stuff. I don't know if I want this configurable. Maybe this will just be 0.4, 0.5. Then it can just be... position equals 0. Number offset equals 0.4. Cursor offset equals 0.5. Then I can just do all this stuff. Self.circle, dot angles, dot numbers, and the cursor. This could have all been one line, I think, but whatever. Not showing us no attribute radius. Or size. Or subobjects. Dot angles. Okay, now it's this position cursor is doing this. So this can be a method of modular ring. Ring is not defined. Oh, self.ring. Great, so now we got nothing. Oh, I never added it. Okay, so that still works remarkably. So now I want to turn this... Hold on. This should be one line. Now this I want to be a web animation. Class def. Now when you initialize this, hopefully all you need is the number, right? Web animation. I'll need the ring and I'll need the number. Yeah, and the ring is keeping track of its current position. Super. With this, I can pass that ring. And just everything else. Yeah. And just all this stuff is just have duration, delay, whatever. Wait, function smooth, update function. I'll do that on my own. So all of this stuff. So that's the object. Delay. Right, function. Update function I'll do. Okay. Now when I begin this, I can't believe it's still like running. Oh, I'm not using the animation. That explains it. This is when I want to compute this data. Basically, all I need is the delta theta. Current angle, target angle. Basically, want to do this stuff. We don't want to cut that. Now it doesn't self.dot angles anymore. It's self.mobject. So this stuff, this needs a self. update the object's current position with self.target number. And then I have to do that update function, which takes the self and alpha. Self.modject, that cursor, dot model matrix, it's gonna be a self dot. Okay. Now I can update that current position. So now instead of, where was this even played? Here. Do self.ring dot position cursor. Which will take the ring and the target number. Okay, and that didn't work. Reverse is not defined. Oh. Reverse equals false. Now it should be finished. That's weird. Oh, it's set in begin. Okay, so do super. That begin. Finished consumed alpha and then update to the start time. Yeah. I wonder if these two should just be an init. But whatever. Okay, that miraculously worked. Okay, can I get rid of this position cursor? Great, that added so much clutter. So I can get rid of radius and size. All this stuff I can get rid of. And actually, I think I can get rid of this. I put in add equals true. Nope, just kidding. Add equals, no wait, add equals add. So this should have the add attribute. Or does add go to play or something? If animation.add. That's weird. Why isn't it adding it? Okay, well, I don't understand that. It should happen in a knit. Let me just print after here. Here it's true. Self.play, add equals true. Animation.begin. Oh. If not delayed. So I put it in pending animations. If not delayed, and this one's not delayed, it's going to begin it. Then put in the animation list. It's going to go here. As if not delayed. And it's not. It's going to go here. If the start time is less than t, which it isn't because it isn't delayed. Wait, is this begun twice? Handle delay. What does this even do? This sets the start time and the end time. Animation.delayed. Okay, and then it's gonna begin it because there's no delay. And it's gonna go here because it's not delayed. Okay, I think this. You begin the animation, then wherever you begin it, if it has that add attribute, then you add it. That's getting like kind of complex. Maybe it shouldn't do this. It should just put it in the animation list. And this will just check the start time. Why does it do this? If not delayed, it starts it here. But it's putting it in this list. And once it's in this list, it's just going to check the start time to see if it's delayed. Like this self.delay not equal to 0? I don't know if that's useful. If not animation.delayed. Yeah, well, maybe it does need it for some reason. I feel like this is bad code, though. Animation start time less than or equal to t. Wait, how does this make sense? If it's not delayed. So this is if it is delayed. Alright, this is making like a lot less sense to me. Okay, so I think it needs this. I think this is what the problem was. But this code is like really weird. I'll have to simplify it at some point. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, now it worked. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a subclass of scene called orthographic scene. So I wouldn't have to keep setting this camera to orthographic. That's a little annoying. But great, managed to write that up. Do I want to deal with this? And delay is just going to compute the start and end times. Then just put it in this list. Well, if the delay is 0, then I guess I want to begin it and start the initial animation on the same call? The same update animations call? Why is this set self.pending animations to 0 or to nothing? Oh, because it puts it in an animation list. That's kind of messy. Okay, but I'm going to deal with it next time I deal with this. Nice. So let me see if I can do this. Oh man. No. My shortcuts are so difficult. Where's Control Shift? Oh. Oh, this needs a delay. That was weird though. That's annoying. But anyway, can I just do modular right here? I can. Yeah, hopefully I can find a way to fix that. Which I think I'll be able to. But anyway, I'm gonna stop this for now.